Hello my dear students, good morning. How are you students? Hope you all are fine and safe at home. Welcome to BGS online class once again. Dear students, we have been discussing about chapter 1, the political movement in East Bengal and the rise of nationalism. In the previous class, we discussed about the formation of the Awami Muslim League, the formation of Jukta Front, that is United Front, election and government. Today, we will discuss about section 1.3, the martial law and the subsequent political events. So, let's start today's lesson. The martial law and the subsequent political events. As the West Pakistan was growing under the ominous region of the military and civilian rulers, the parliament as well as the government could not play any effective role. The conniving groups were waiting for the chance to grab the power. In the provincial assembly, Deputy Speaker Shahid Ali was seriously injured and subsequently died in a hospital because of a brawl among the MLAs on a disputable issue. President Iskandar Mirza declared martial law on 7 October 1958 on the pretext of this incident. After removing the power, the decisions he took were as follows. Number 1, annullated the Constitution of 1956. Number 2, dissolves the central and provincial assemblies. Number 3, banned the political activities of the parties. Sheikh Mujib and some other leaders were arrested and sent to prison. Number 5, all fundamental rights were suspended. Now students, the next point is occupying power by Ayub Khan. President Iskandar Mirza was ousted from power in a military coup on 27 October 1958 and was forced to leave the country. General Ayub Khan, after assuming the office as the President of Pakistan, took the following steps. Number 1, declared himself the Chief Martial Law Administrator. Number 2, postponed the general election of 1959 declared earlier. Number 3, expressed his commitment to wipe out corruption and illegal trafficking of goods. Number 4, continue embargo on political parties. Ayub Khan initiated a new system called basic democracy to linger the autocratic rule. In this system, an electoral panel will be formed with 80,000 elected members of the Union Council from both East and West Pakistan. They will preserve the right of electing the president and the members of both the central and provincial assembly. It was an indirect election process. He was elected the President of Pakistan, getting 80,000 votes of the Union Council members. The administrative power was centralized on West Pakistan, and the discrimination between the two parts became latent. শিক্ষার্থীরা আমরা এখানে দেখতে পাচ্ছি কি প্রেসিডেন্ট ইস্কান্দার মির্জা সামরিক মার্শাল ল সেটা তিনি জারি করেন 7 অক্টোবর 1958। কিন্তু তিনি যখন দেশ থেকে বহিষ্কৃত হন এবং এরপরে যখন জেনারেল আইয়ুব খান পাকিস্তানের প্রেসিডেন্ট পদে প্রেসিডেন্ট পদে চলে আসেন, তখন তিনি একটি নতুন সিস্টেম চালু করেন, সেটার নাম হচ্ছে বেসিক ডেমোক্রেসি। তোমরা এটা মনে রাখো, বেসিক ডেমোক্রেসি। এই সিস্টেম অনুযায়ী an electoral panel will be formed with 80,000 elected members of the Union Council from both East and West Pakistan. West এবং East Pakistan থেকে 40,000 ভোটার মিলে একটা electoral panel তৈরি হবে। They will preserve the rights of electing the president. তাদেরই শুধু প্রেসিডেন্ট নির্বাচনের ক্ষমতাটা থাকবে। And the members of both the central and provincial assembly. Now, the next point, discriminating attitudes to the people of East Pakistan. পূর্ব পাকিস্তানিদের লোকজনদের উপরে পশ্চিম পাকিস্তানিদের যেসব বৈষম্যমূলক আচরণ তারা দেখিয়েছিল সেগুলো আমরা এখন লক্ষ্য করব। Before the establishment of Pakistan, East Bengal was in a better position in economic, social, educational and other sectors in comparison with West Pakistan. However, East Pakistan started lagging behind due to the oppressive rule of West Pakistan established in 1947. Discrimination between the two parts was looming large since then. Discrimination in the economic sector. West Pakistan was in a better position in comparison with East Pakistan due to the discriminatory policy of the whole Pakistan government. For example, East Pakistan received Taka 113 crore 3,80,000 at the budget allocation from 1955 to 56 and to 1959 to 60. On the other hand, West Pakistan got Taka 500 crore in the same period. Taka 6,480 million from 1960 to 61 and to 1964 to 65 was allocated for the East Pakistan, and West Pakistan received Taka 22,230 million in the same period. The foreign exchange earned through export of jute, tea, etc. used to be spent for the development of West Pakistan. As a result, East Pakistan started lagging behind in the fields of trade and commerce, industry and agriculture in economic. Now, let's see discrimination in the administrative sector. East Pakistan was prevented from playing an effective role in the administration of Pakistan. The discrimination was very blatant. A comparative study of discriminatory administration of Pakistan in 1966 is shown below. Dear students, take a look in your book. There is a chart in front of you. দেখো এখানে কি লেখা আছে? In the secretariat of the president, the Bengalis 19%, West Pakistani হচ্ছে 81%. Defense, 8.1% Bengalis, 91.9% West Pakistanis. Industry 25.7% and the West Pakistanis 74.3%, etc. Now, discrimination in the defense sector. The Bengalis would often experience discrimination in the recruitment and promotion in the Army, Navy and Air Force. Only 5% of officers, 4% of general soldiers, 90% of high officials in the Navy, 9% of lower officials, 11% of pilots in the Air Force, 1.7% of the technicians belonged to the Bengali community. Discrimination in the education sector. East Bengal was far ahead of West Pakistan in the primary and secondary education before the establishment of Pakistan, but after its birth, the complexion in the education sector was totally changed as West Pakistan started receiving more than double allocation of fund in the annual budget every year. So many new educational institutions had been established in the primary, secondary and higher secondary levels in West Pakistan. Now, social discrimination. The growth of the middle class in the East Pakistan was hindered for the discriminatory policies of West Pakistan. The Bengalis became fragile financially. Disparity increased between the two regions. People started showing discriminations and organizing the movements. Now, the anti-martial law movement. The anti-martial law movement. Agitation started in East Pakistan against the autocratic regime of Yahya Ayub Khan since 1961. It was further intensified then when Hossein Shahid Sarwati, a favorite leader of the Bengalis and former Prime Minister, was arrested in January 1962. Subsequently, Sheikh Mujib was arrested in February and the people of this part launched movement demanding his unconditional release, including all other political detainees. The students became vocal against the form of government proposed by Ayub Khan. Then they declared 15 points demands. Various professional groups extended their supports to the movement on the issue of education policy. The 6-point demands East Bengal's Charter of Freedom. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is the proponent of the historic 6 points program. The long movement against the Pakistan government's discriminatory policy and indifference attitude to the people of East Pakistan took a deep and clear shape in the 6-point demands. Awami League President Sheikh Mujibur Rahman participated in a conference of the opposition leaders on 5 to 6 February in 1966 in Lahore. He stated the 6-point charter demands in a press conference to defend the rights of the people. The points are as follows. Number 1. In Pakistan, there will be the parliamentary form of government under federal system. The polling will be held under the general electoral system and adult voters will enfranchise. Number 2. The central government will keep 2 ministries in their hand, the defense and the foreign affairs. The states will have full autonomy of the other affairs. Number 3, two different but convertible types of currency should be introduced in the country, or a single currency might be used on some terms and conditions. Number 4, the state government will preserve the right to impose taxes, and a part of the collected revenue will be deposited to the treasury of the central government. Number 5, the states will be the owner of the foreigner currency that they will earn, and similarly a portion will be deposited to the treasury of the central government. Number 6, the states will be given the power of forming militia force for their regional security. Now the importance of the 6 points. The 6 points included economic, political, martial and other rights of the people of the East Pakistan. The Ayub regime termed it as a separatist movement. The demands reflected the national spirit of the Bengalis. Although the demand of independence was not spelled out in it, the charter inspired the Bengalis in the spirit of independence, and in the end it became the national charter for liberation. For his 6 points program, the Pakistani regime blamed Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as a secessionist and enemy of Pakistan. The Pakistan government did not accept the demands, rather started operation that made the people's movement in a vertical. Dear students, we discussed today about occupying power by Ayub Khan, discriminating attitudes to the people of East Pakistan, the anti-martial law movement, the 6 points demands and its importance. Dear students, please practice all these lessons at home. No more today, students. We will see the next class. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.